Good evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Tamiru Nimsat. Let's have a look at the headlines. President reassures diaspora, plans future tax reductions. Civil society launches first report tracking government's progress. News in detail. President Anukumar Dissanayake has stated that Sri Lanka aims to reduce taxes as the economy grows during an address to the Sri Lankan community in Japan. The President acknowledged current tax burdens while outlining the government's fiscal roadmap during his official visit.
සමහර අයගෙන් විවේචනයක් කරනවා බදු ටිකක් බරයි. ඒ බදු ටිකක් බර වෙන්නේ. මේ ආදායම උපයා ගන්න සිද්ධ වෙලා තියෙන එළිය ආර්ථිකේ කුඩා නිසා. එළිය ආර්ථිකේ විශාල වුණොත් අපිට බදු ප්‍රමාණය අඩු කරන්න පුළුවන්. අපි එහෙම සැලසුමක් තියෙනවා. අපි අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. විශේෂයෙන් ගත්තොත් මේ වැට් බද්ද 18%ක් ඕනෑම පුරවැසිය බහණ්ඩ හා සේවා මිලදී ගන්න යනකොට 18%ක් බදු ගෙවි මේ තරම් යුක්ති සහගත නැහැ. හැබැයි 18%ක් අය කරන්න සිද්ධ වෙලා තින්නේ එළිය ආර්ථිකේ පොඩි එළිය ආර්ථිකේ කුඩා වුණාම අපිට සිද්ධ වෙනවා මොකද්ද? වැඩි ප්‍රතිශතයකින් බදු ගන්න. අපි අයවැය ලේඛන දිසා අපහරලා බැලුවොත් විශාල ලෙස තියෙන හැම අයවැය ලේඛනිකම නැවත නැවත බදු යෝජනා ඉදිරිපත් කිරීම තමයි සිද්ධ වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. හැබැයි අපි උත්සාහ කරනවා මේවර අයවැය ලේඛනින් අලුත් කිසිදු බද්දක් හඳුන්වා නොදී ඉන්න අපි අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. අපි අපේක්ෂාවක් තියෙනවා තව ඉදිරියට ගියාට පස්සේ සමහර බදු ප්‍රමාණයෙන් අපිට අඩු කරන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රතිශතයෙන් අඩු කිරීම පිළිබඳව කල්පනා කරනවා.
President Anukumar Dissanayake highlighted Sri Lanka's strong bilateral ties with Japan during Sri Lanka National Day celebrations at Expo 2025 in Osaka. The President emphasized the enduring partnership between the two nations during his address at the World Exposition.
ඓතිහාසික ඔසාකා නගරයේ පැවැත්වෙන එක්ස්පෝ 2025 ප්‍රදර්ශනයේදී ශ්‍රී ලංකා දිනය සැමරීමට ඔබ හා එක්වන්න ලැබීම ගෞරවයක් ලෙස මා සලකනවා. එක්ස්පෝ 2025 ජාතීන් 150කට අධික සංඛ්‍යාවකට අන්‍යෝන්‍ය මිත්‍රත්වය, සහජීවනීය, සංස්කෘතික විවිධත්වය සහ සෑම සමාජිකම පවතින මානව වටිනාකම් ප්‍රදර්ශනය කිරීමට අවස්ථාව සපයන ගෝලීය වේදිකාවක්. මෙතෙන්දී අපි ශ්‍රී ලංකා උරුමයේ පොහොසත්කම පමණක් නොවේ, තිරසාර ශක්තිමත් සේම අනාගතයට සූදානම් ජාතියක් විදිහට අපගේ පැහැදිලි දැක්මත් ලෝකෙට ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා. එක්ස්පෝ වැනි ජාත්‍යන්තර වේදිකාවලදී අප සතු ශක්තියන් සහ හැකියාවන් ප්‍රදර්ශනය කිරීමෙන් ගෝලීය ප්‍රජාව තුළ වගවිය යුතු සහ ඉදිරි දැක්මක ඇති හවුල්කරුවෙකු විදිහට අපගේ භූමිකාව නැවත තහවුරු කරනවා.
The first biannual report tracking the government's manifesto implementation shows significant activity in its initial 6 months. The comprehensive assessment was launched by civil society organizations at the Bandaranaike Memorial International Conference Hall recently. According to the report compiled by the March 12th Movement and PAFL, the government has initiated action on 239 promises through cabinet decisions, while 133 commitments were addressed in the 2025 budget. The manifesto itself contains 1,333 specific activities categorized under 4 key areas. The report reveals a significant weighting toward economic reforms, which accounted for 61% of early government actions compared to the manifesto's original allocation of 45.3% for economic matters. The report launch featured analyses from multiple experts, with Dhananath Fernando emphasizing the need for central bank independence and International Monetary Fund program continuity, while Dr. Anushadra Singh highlighted urgent social protection needs for women and children in digital spaces. The statistics provide the first comprehensive snapshot of whether the administration's actions align with its campaign promises across economic, social, governance and community sectors. Stay tuned, we will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. The annual charity auction titled as Ceylon Special Estate Tea was held in Osaka, Japan, concurrently with the World Expo 2025. The event has been organized by the Sri Lanka Tea Board and the Colombo Tea Vendors Association. New Withanakan the Ceylon Black Tea wins the award for the most expensive black tea category, and the record-breaking amount was $860 for 1 kilogram of Ceylon tea.
This is something extraordinary. We have just, if Guinness is in the house, it's not an Irish pub, it has to be a record, right? So this is special. Would you please explain in
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah,
sure.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So I'll do it both in English and Japanese. You should not have known, and I suspect that most of you didn't, but actually we have someone here who is making an attempt to set a Guinness World Record for the most expensive tea sold in auction. As I said, most of you I'm sure did not know this was going to happen today. After reviewing all of the pertinent evidence and witnessing the auction a few moments ago myself, I am very happy to announce that the Guinness World Record for the most expensive tea sold at auction has been achieved by Jonathan Paris by winning the bid for tea at $8,342.50 US dollars. Congratulations.
So the record, we know Ceylon tea is the best, but now we have the Guinness record. What a lovely combination.
Sri Lankan food and beverage exporters have successfully concluded their participation at the Foodex Saudi 2025 trade fair in Riyadh. The Sri Lanka Pavilion was organized by the Export Development Board in collaboration with the Sri Lankan Embassy in Saudi Arabia recently. 9 Sri Lankan companies showcased a diverse range of products including processed foods, oats, coconut kernel products, spices and fish and poultry items at the 4-day event. The pavilion served as a strategic gateway for exporters to access the rapidly growing Saudi market, one of the largest in the Middle East. Representatives from major Saudi supermarkets and distributors were invited for dedicated business-to-business meetings with the Sri Lankan companies. This marks the country's second participation in the premier food and beverage trade fair, further consolidating trade linkages in the region. The Export Development Board maintained a dedicated stall to promote Sri Lanka as a reliable supplier of high-quality food products to Middle Eastern markets. The Colombo stock market recorded significant gains this week, with the all-share price index climbing 2.4%. The benchmark index demonstrated robust performance over the past 5 trading sessions, according to weekly market data. The S&P SL20 index also posted a solid 1.9% increase for the week, while the average daily turnover is 7.11 billion rupees, indicating sustained investor interest. Friday's session saw the ASPI at 0.36% to close at 21,598.99 points. The weekly upward trend was driven by active participation from high net worth and institutional investors in key counters including Commercial Bank, LOLC Holdings and Hemas Holdings. The capital goods sector emerged as the top contributor to weekly market turnover, while the food, beverage and tobacco sector index gained 1.03%. Despite the overall positive momentum, foreign investor participation remained subdued throughout the week, with international investors closing as net sellers. Market analysts note the positive sentiment comes amid stable economic indicators and unchanged treasury bill rates at the latest primary auction. Stay tuned for stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on positive notes today.
The all-share price index gained by 77.31 to close at 21,676.3. The S&P SL20 gained by 7.64 to close at 6,119.21. The turnover was over 4.2 billion rupees and over 131 million shares were traded.
Up next are forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.